team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, from Buffalo, New York, the team of Schwan Ross and Flex Whitney, the Ring Marshals.
So these Ring Marshals, Blake, very bold move, using the music that, once belonged to the Well-Oiled Machines back in the day.
And they're not going up against Psycho Mike here, but I don't know. If Psycho Mike's around, he's probably losing his mind a little bit. Although knowing Psycho Mike, he might be trying to come out here right now thinking he has a match.
Would you stop saying his name? He's going to show up and body slam us.
That is how that goes.
Now, these ring generals out of Buffalo, they're not to be taken lightly here. They've got a very old school feel, but you can tell that they've adapted, and they're ready for the challenge.
And their opponents, from the Halal Beefcake Performance Center in Gainesville, Florida, a total combined weight of 456 pounds, the team of the Sultan of Shawarma, Idris Abraham, and the genetic jackpot, Joe Coleman. They are the reigning and defending Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Halal Beefcake. To make the Halal Beefcake, we're talking about the Sultan of Shawarma, Idris Abraham. And together, we are known as Halal Beefcake.
And a hot start here as Halal Beefcake get their pageantry out of the way and get right to work, Blake.
I love that intro. I love the aggression here. Going to be a tough one to get under wraps here right away.
Joe Coleman hasn't even taken his sunglasses off yet.
He hasn't. And you know what? It's nice that you heard John Greed talk about the Smash Wrestling family. Always a family affair when Uncle Latz is around.
Oh, and there go the sunglasses. My God, somebody saved the sunglasses. The ring generals here. What do you know about them?
Yeah, so the ring marshals, you notice the pants. And that's not...
I'm fired.
It's all right. You're doing quadruple duty. You're all right. So the ring marshals here, those pants are not Bray Wyatt cosplay. These guys both used to be officials. They used to be referees. And Schwan Ross and Flex Whitney got so tired of other tag teams skirting the rules, not holding the tag rope, breaking a 5 count, that they decided the only way to enforce the rules was to become wrestlers themselves.
What?
I don't know where that is in the rule book, though.
I don't know what we just saw.
Flex Whitney got Uncle Latz, Joe Coleman, tied up at the turnbuckle there, and then
he got a face full of beefcake there.
Yeah, it's glute day.
Boom!
Kick out there by Joe Coleman. The ring marshals working quick here. Similar to the strategy we saw from Miley against Nikita, the underdog team here with a title shot, trying to get this done quickly.
Now, as you mentioned, these guys do have a pedigree as professional wrestling referees, so they should be masters at both utilizing and manipulating those tag team rules.
it is something to watch for. Now, having watched these guys before, they're not so much for manipulating the rules. I think they just haven't found the line of when you're a referee and when you're a wrestler. You see there, Flex Whitney making sure he's holding onto the tag rope.
I love a good tag rope, Blake. I got to be honest with you. There are certain things that certain people need to keep an eye out for, and the tag rope is absolutely one of them.
I was talking to Schwan Ross and Flex Whitney a little before, and I said, I know you guys are on this crusade to clean up tag team wrestling that you had trouble with as officials. What brought you to Smash Wrestling? And it's the protein powder. They didn't appreciate that Halal Beefcake are throwing protein powder in the face of their opponents.
My goodness, there's a lot of movement going on in this ring right now. Oh my goodness, and most of it was Joe Coleman.
Joe Coleman with a big blow to Schwan Ross there.
Now, here's the thing about Joe Coleman is after what he did last night, which we cannot condone, but that drop kick was unreal. Joe Coleman is fired up, Blake.
And I'll tell you what, we saw Joe Coleman after the show backstage, and he was proud of himself. He was thrilled that Halal Beefcake took it to Books and Looks like that and took it to Miley.
And candidly, if it's something that we're going to talk about real quick, it's not something you should ever do, but Joe Coleman was he was just trying to be fair. He was trying to make sure that Miley felt included. But at the same time, come on, man.
Within the confines of a match, that was an intergender match.
The match was over.
The match was over.
But talking about the match in the ring, 2 count there, the ring marshals are on the ropes currently, and it's something that now you see these drop kicks by Halal Beefcake, and here it comes. A little extra oomph on that one there.
Predator elbow to Schwan Ross, just barely getting the shoulder up.
Now, a thing to note, Blake, as well, is that Joe Coleman, who normally sports a knee brace, is no longer sporting that knee brace. He's been training extra hard, rehabbing, making sure that he has the stability he needs, and that power that's coming from that lower body is unreal.
You see the way he pushes off there. He kicks out of the pinfall attempt and all in one motion, almost like a 3-point stance tackle, right up to clothesline Schwan Ross. And there's a body slam.
And a double team body slam here. And a big missile.
Schwan Ross just getting the shoulder up. You have to appreciate having a strong partner, a buff partner like Uncle Lats, because Idris Abraham is no small dude. And not only does he get to use his own strength, he gets to be thrown around like a projectile by his tag team partner.
On top of all of that, the crazy thing to think about this team is that they've been together for a very long time, and they've been Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions for most of that time. So they know each other so well, and I feel like these ring marshals, they have an opportunity here, but it remains to be seen whether they've got the mettle to stand up to such a seasoned team.
And you wonder if the background as a referee is hurting the ring marshals here a little bit. Flex Whitney's been outside watching the ring get cut off on Schwan Ross for a good amount of time here.
And down goes Flex.
And there you go, he's lost it. Now, a referee should know better than this, right? Flex Whitney, a former official, has to know that that's what a tag team opponent wants the referee to do. Be distracted.
In fairness, Blake, he never did actually see any double team maneuvers happening because he was busy being distracted. So he may not know what to look for.
It's fair. Schwan Ross reaching out for a tag, not even close. Gets the shoulder up, though.
Halal Beefcake are trying to make short work of these guys here. Big right hand. There's really no defense when someone's holding your arm back. You cannot block your ribs. And Schwan Ross is going to start sucking air here real soon.
Big time. And Flex Whitney, I know you mentioned there that the referee didn't see the double team, but Flex has got to know better that when he tries to come in the ring like that.
Springboard cross body by Schwan Ross, but he is a long way from home as Idris Abraham looking for Joe Coleman's hand.
Yeah, Idris closer to his own corner, and has the benefit of being able to cut the ring off if he gets up in time here, and Schwan Ross is trying to make it over. Flex Whitney, of course, hand on the tag rope.
He's abandoned the tag rope, and that's
There you
fine.
go.
He's close enough to it, but he's got him by the hook here. Whoa, Abraham goes back, and here's the hot tag. Boom, big back elbow. Whoa, and a massive tackle. Flex Whitney's impressive. Ooh, a kneeling stunner. Almost looked like he was going for Joe Coleman's very own Uranagi there. And a massive spine buster, my goodness. And we've got the ring cut off. Oh, a big 2 count. I thought we were going to have new champions, Blake.
It looked like it, and how big an upset would that be? The Ring Marshals coming into Smash Wrestling and taking the tag titles off of Halal Beefcake, who have held them for several years at this point. As they say, longest reigning champions in the universe.
Would have to do the math on that, but I'm going to go ahead and whoa, Joe Coleman though with a good ring awareness here. Oh, and a double stunner by Joe Coleman. I think he's had enough playing around with the Ring Marshals here.
You know, I thought Joe Coleman only looked at cutters when it was time for cutting season.
We are
all
entering
about them
bulking
there.
season, so.
But it's always bulking season over here.
Oh, and battering ram Idris Abraham again.
There it is, the
Oh,
Shawarma Hawk
massive.
missile. And he's got another one in him.
There has to be nothing left in the Ring Marshals here.
Somehow, Schwan Ross still getting that shoulder up just before the 3.
I have to give these Ring Marshals credit too, because every referee I've ever seen get hit once is usually unconscious for about 30 to 45 minutes. So
Maybe it's something to do with the shirts. If you wear the referee pants, you're okay. Oh,
Blake, it's time. Push-ups, here we go.
it's chest day, baby. Look at the form on Joe Coleman, too.
It shows in everything that he does. Mr. Latter-day Night, never one to turn down a quick little pump.
You know, they say on the 7th day, God rested. Well, that's why he doesn't look like Joe Coleman. No off days.
I don't know if I can participate in that blasphemy, Blake. What do we got going on here? Oh my goodness.
Into a flatliner there. Yeah, a double team flatliner
and
move.
the referee's counting along. Okay.
Flex Whitney counting the pin for his teammate Schwan Ross, but in doing so, fails to cut off the ring from Idris Abraham.
He needed to run interference there at a very crucial time, and you need to realize that at this point, you're not the referee. You are challenging for the Smash Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Double underhook here from Schwan Ross. I don't know if he's got the strength for that. Joe Coleman out of it.
You never want to try and butterfly Joe Coleman because it's not going to work for you. Massive jackhammer, and that's going to be it. 3. Halal Beefcake.
Winners this contest, and still Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champion, Halal Beefcake.
The champs retain once again. Back on the right track, because at our first show back, they got themselves disqualified in a title defense against Books and Looks. Lost to Books and Looks yesterday in a trios match, but back on the right page here with the win over the Ring Marshals.